practiced, but I forgot when I was supposed to come up. I'm going to take this moment to take a picture that nobody else will ever get. All right, looking good. Nice, okay. All right. So, here we are. To some, our 18 years in this world may be nothing when compared to a long life of a much older person. To some other people, our 18 years in this world may feel like an eternity away when compared to the life of a small kindergartner. We've all been that small child, so excited to grow up and be like our greatest role models, and now we know how important every moment in this life truly is. The moment in the car with your friends on the way home from an awesome night of hanging out, to the moment you found out about that new song that everybody loves, to the moment that you were told some news that would change your life forever, to the moment you first felt like you were possibly falling in love, to the moment that you sit here with us today. All of these and all of the countless moments in between mean something. They're so significant to our life as a whole because they help us to define our lives and make us the people we are today. Every experience we've ever had isn't just a moment in time, but a memory that will stay with us in our hearts and in our minds forever. In kindergarten, our school memories began. Some may say whether you had morning kindergarten classes or afternoon kindergarten classes decided whether you became a morning person or not. All in all, it was an adventure for all of us, no matter what elementary school we went to. Numbers, letters, learn to spell, nouns and books, and show and tell. Playground, we would throw the ball back to class and through the hall. Teacher marks our head against the wall. Kindergarten started off our elementary years just right. From first grade and on, we played. We learned a lot of basic and important things, but we mostly played more and more and more. Recess became a time for all the silly pretend marriages, the games of boy chase girl or girl chase boy, just depending on who was doing the chasing that day. And all of the games we make up together, like ball or something, we're always pretty inventive, it's true. We had unforgettable PE days, music days, and who could forget those crazy field days? We all found a friend or two who we could play with, and we pinky promised that we'd be best buds for life. Field trips, Pokemon, NSYNC, Barbies, Backstreet Boy, Furbies, the Spice Girls, sidewalk chalk, the big toy on the playground at the school, swinging till our legs felt like they would fall off, and a classic after-school snack all came into our lives, rocked our world, and completed our childhood. Even Star Wars played a role in our younger years because, just face it, it was a force that couldn't be reckoned with. Elementary wouldn't last forever, but we'd stay kids for a little while longer. Middle school is where our class first met. Even though we were scared out of our minds to have several teachers a day instead of just one, a new locker to ourselves with a combination to memorize, and we weren't sure what to expect now that we would be dressing down for PE, we still found that there were some new things that we knew we could be excited about. As we look back on our memories of middle school, you will remember this is when electives first came into our picture. Some went to orchestra or band, whilst others went to shop or even started to fill some student leadership positions. This is also where our drug-free classes with the DARE program began. We met Officer Mike Miller, and as he was a great example to us then, he's still a great example to us all today. We had our first dances, which were also known as dare downs. Boys and girls lined up on either side and wait for somebody to make a move, but everybody knows the boy's supposed to do that. Even through the intense stare downs, we still ended up singing and dancing songs about Stacy's mom, and I'm sorry, I can't be perfect. We had our first talent show, our yearbooks, our science projects, our lunchtime candy sales. Middle school started off our journey as a class, and those old memories we had there stick with us even now. Next time we would see each other after all of the have a great summers would be at the junior high. You take a deep breath as you walk through the doors. It's the morning of your very first day. You say hi to your friends you haven't seen in a while, and you try to stay out of everybody's way. First day of school at another new building. Our anticipation of this new place was electrifying, but the drama is something we couldn't anticipate. Boyfriends or girlfriends were the real deal now because we were old and we were oh so mature. Junior high was filled with adventure in the environmental field studies class, home ec, choir, band, orchestra, the student leadership, and nearly half of us started the seminary program. Our school spirit was lit up here as we attended after-school basketball games and we cheered our hearts out as we sat with our friends. Lunchtime was huge. Either you went to the lunchroom or you sat in the commons, and it was sweet. And as scary as it may seem, we were able to start drivers at 14 and a half, right in the middle of junior high. And surely if we could drive, we were grown up now, right? Not quite yet, but... School dances were a little more exciting here since we didn't have to be pushed into dancing by the teachers anymore. Our last school year at Rigby Junior High was the last group to have a shaving cream fight, and ever since that has been banned from being in the street in front of the junior high. Dangerous or not, the shaving cream fights were fun and so unforgettable. Our freshman year ended with us once again making memories and living our lives to the fullest the best ways we knew how. Do you remember that first day of sophomore year? The hype of high school was buzzing all through the halls, and the excitement of the first day of school was definitely back. High school. It didn't matter if we were squash mowers because we knew we'd end out on top soon anyways. Sophomore year brought the introduction of formal dances and girls' choice dances, including all kinds of amazing day dates to go along with both. Homecoming week was something new and huge, and we watched a pretty brutal powder puff game our first year, with a lot of girls going home with both broken bones and broken hearts, and we watched the whole other group go home with the excitement of their victory. Football season brought 10 times the excitement for us than it ever had before. We lost our voices from cheering so loud, but our class never lost its Trojan pride. All of us took a step up from being freshmen that year, whether you were into music, boarding, basketball, volleyball, or art. Sophomore year left us wanting more of the crazy good memories of high school, and we couldn't wait to be juniors. But as juniors, we did have our classic reputation of the average junior. We played hard and we worked hard. A lot of us were in the middle of taking college classes and advanced placement classes, and we studied to get the score that we wanted for the ACT. This was the year that we had the lock-in, complete with dozens of rooms with all sorts of activities to entertain us. Even the legendary hypnotist was there to add a little entertainment to our night. If you played a sport during junior year, you learned how to be a part of a team while the rest of the school learned how to show our support. No matter where our teams traveled to, for districts or even to boys' state for basketball, there was always a huge group of us cheering them on. Even our music program here at Rigby was extremely successful. Several of the girls did junior miss, and we discovered a lot of talent and personality behind these people, and we rejoiced as we watched Creefielders take the title of Rigby's junior miss. This is also the year that Troy Layers, the band and the orchestra, went on a road trip to Denver, Colorado, and came back with trophies with both superior and excellent ratings. We ended up out on top, not only working together as a class, but working as Rigby Trojans. And everything we did this year, and it couldn't have been more hilarious at times, nor more exciting. Senior year, and we finally made it. In a sense, you could say we won. We not only watched our teams come out on top time and time again, especially our girls basketball with their undefeated season. Can you say we are the champions? But we watched each other come out on top in our different struggles with all of our stripes. Troy players put on plays that made us laugh and made us cry right along with them, and we loved to go and watch and support them. We loved our crazy teachers and their fun stories. We had dances that were done up by student council that went beyond being epic. Even with our own senior challenge day, we learned a lot about each other, and I have to say that I'm so grateful. We've been able to grow closer and closer throughout the years, and even when there are a lot of us who have lost so much. We watched other classes graduate before us, holding our breath for the day that it was our turn. And at the beginning of the year, most of us couldn't believe that it was going to finally be our turn. Many of us were amazed to see that it had come so fast, and there's still some of us who are wishing that it would have gone by faster. Whether you're sad or excited, we are here. We earned it all, and we did it together. It can be hard to imagine leaving each other with all that we've been through, but make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's It's not a question, but a lesson in good time. And as cliche as it may sound, so much of me is made of what I've learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. We've seen a lot together, we've sung a lot of songs, and we've danced to countless more, but there are moments we'll never forget that always felt like we were living the lyrics to some of our favorite songs. The wild, the romantic, the sad, the hopeful, the angry, and all the beautiful moments. We did live those moments, better than any lyric can ever describe. Write your own lyrics now and live your dream. 2011.